Hello, hello. Welcome to today. And it's a rainbow day. Yay! What we got here? Let's tune in to today's frequency. Yes. So many rainbows. This is AKA the Rainbow Room. This is why. This is why. There are tons of rainbows when the timing is right. Okay. Let's check it out. Tap in, tune in, turn on. I hope you are well. You are choosing love. You are eating rainbows for breakfast. We've got happiness and support. Ooh. Support in your happiness. I'm also seeing a swan and a dragonfly. Wishes coming true in your happiness. Oh, okay, I'll let you see. Look at these beautiful cards. Okay, support here. There's the swan and the dragonfly. I feel like this is being supported by elementals, by nature, by the divine, by spirit, by flow. Look at all these rivers, these waterfalls. Beautiful. And this trust and faith and knowing, right? Surrender. And then happiness. Happiness. But look, this is one of those dandelion puffs, wishes, right? Rainbows. So I feel like wishes coming true. Gorgeous. All kinds of things. Transformation, butterfly stuff. Beautiful. Oh, there's a lion and a unicorn. And butterflies. And doves. But, and lightning. Ooh. Yes, 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 yes. I don't know if you can see lion and unicorn and lightning. Gorgeous. Okay, this is fired. I don't think that is working very well for us. So we'll go with this one. Maybe that one works a little better. Okay. So support and happiness, or happiness support. Let's see what the Arcturians think about all that. Today I have hellebore blooms. Look at that gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeousness, right? Yes. They don't like to be, they don't make a good cut flower because they droop, they flop down. They're shy. They're gorgeous. They are gorgeous. just and the first blooms of the year in my garden. Okay, Arcturians. What do we got here? Contact. Like water, go with flow. And look at this passion center here. The passion center. I'm just going to double check. Yes, contact allows you to know that all doors to your inner source will open when you surrender and, like water, go with the flow. Let your strength lead you and you will find your own way. Okay, in this, you are acting as your own support system, right? I'm gonna put that there, and I'm gonna put that there, and I'm gonna put that there. Yes. Okay. Okay. Happiness. Okay. Yes. Happiness is a frequency that you support with your attention. Are you focusing on your happiness? Because you've been resilient. Okay? This is choosing the bright side of life. What is that from? Is that a Monty Python? Always look on the bright side of life. I feel like it's something like that. And we got Kinaz, okay? Again, this one came out yesterday. So I really feel like your attention to self, you're going within, you're learning about you, what makes you happy, and what contributes, what supports that, right? How can you set yourself up for success, for happiness, right? It can be as simple as walking into a clean kitchen in the morning makes you happy, and so you support this by being sure the night before that your kitchen is clean for your future tomorrow self to experience the happiness, right? This is how we can support ourselves. If you know that you will end up spiraling down a well of chaos if you were to look in certain directions, then you support your happiness by not looking in those directions, right? Yes. And also your connection to your higher self. It's like being your own parent. So when my son was 9, I think it was 9 or 11. I can't remember. It all blends in. But one of the Transformer movies had come out, and it was 3 hours long. And we decided, me and his baby daddy, me and his daddy, decided that there was no need for him to go watch the movie in the movie theater and have his senses
inundated by destruction and chaos for 3 hours straight. You could wait for it to come out and we watch it together. We take breaks, right? We volume control. Size of the TV is very different. And so we have to become our own parents and regulate what is necessary for us, what is going to contribute to our happiness and what isn't, right? So, choosing to enter environments that we know does not facilitate happiness, that's a choice, okay? And so part of it is also taking responsibility when we do that and recognize how we feel and making choices from that moment to, go the other way, to maybe not do that next time, right? This is how we support. Also, tapping into your intuition. You don't always know when something is going to lead to happiness or not. And this is why that connection with your intuition and your heart is so important when making decisions, right? When they are aligned, then you are feeling into the direction. Is this supporting my happiness or not, right? And you'll feel it. It'll be like a yes and a no, like your chest will open up and kind of you'll feel like a magnetic pull in that direction. And if you're not, then this is more, this supports your need to create and strengthen the connection so that you are more able to receive the subtleties of the heart. Subtleties of the heart. Wow, okay. Yeah, there are many, many different directions we can take. My eye is being drawn to this crystal sphere I have in this plant, and it's reflecting something. I'm just going to show you here because it's beautiful. So see all the different, what I'm seeing is like all the different perspectives, all the different variables, options, ways of seeing, engaging, choosing, different ways of going. And look at this, beautiful. Okay. And so, 13:13 on the timer. And so choosing mindfully what you engage in, something about that. Okay, I'm just going to trust that whatever that was about is going to be beneficial for you on that side of the transmission. Just on that side. Over there. You. Over there. Yeah, you. Okay. So the first card out is you're trusting in the things that you can't see. Okay, this is the faith. This is this support. And this is beautiful. Look at the eyes closed, right? Eyes closed. And this here. Now it's kind of hard to see from this angle. I'll try to remember when we're in the other view to zoom in on that. But there's like this gossamer, tendril connection that is holding this arm here, right? This is the collaboration with the universe. This is spirit, this is the divine holding you, supporting you, the seeds that you plant, the intentions you set, right? And you in the state of allowing and trusting that the things are happening behind the scenes, under the earth, right? Okay, sorry, did I show you this one? No, there's. This is about the resilience, your dedication, your doing what is necessary for the good of all, and your consistent resilience, not backing down, pushing through. Right. And then Kinaz is enlightenment and learning and creativity. Okay, yes, magician. Okay. This is another way of supporting your happiness, is your ability to alchemize whatever comes to you. This is that always see the bright side of life. I just gotta find out where that is. Maybe it's, what's that one with Brian? It's all about Brian, or anyways, it's not important. But like finding the silver lining, right? Finding the lesson quickly, finding the reason why you are being shown or reflected a thing that may not be something you would necessarily consider as like something that you may have not have chosen, right? Like something that you had for a long time suddenly falling and breaking, right? The sooner it's your quick turnover. It's your ability to be like, oh, well, that happened. Well, that's unfortunate, but also time to let that go, right? Also, now I have an opportunity to find something new or whatever the case may be, right? This is that alchemy, is not denying or ignoring adversity, but also not wallowing, lingering, or re tuning your frequency to it. Okay, that's interesting. So I'm just gonna look at this here because that was weird. So we got the High Priestess coming out. This is your ability to, I'm just going to read this clump as a clump, and then I'm going to put it back, and then anybody that wants to come back out can. We'll just see what happens, okay? So your ability, this is your connection to your higher self. This is what is leading and guiding you. This is your internal compass. This is your ability to trust in your own knowing and adaptability, and this feeling comfortable in the unknown, right? In the unknown spaces. And it's also the divine counterpart of the magician. And then we have all the ideas in the world. Okay, your brain full of thoughts. Which ones are you choosing to pick up, right? Which one are you choosing to let go of? Which one are you receiving through your connection, through your intuition, and which ones are you picking up just in the atmospheric clutter, right? And how do you know? Well, you connect, you create that connection with self, with your higher self and your inner knowing and your heart space. Okay, yes, there are the adversaries and the devils, okay? This is the discernment from through here. What is serving me? What is supporting happiness? What is not, right? And um, like filing away, weeding, whatever works for you. But this is about being the master of your own mind, not being mastered by your mind, right? Okay. Then we've got the hermit mode. This is a skill set that you learn in the hermit mode, the honing of the skill, the learning of what is yours and what isn't. This is a pulling away long enough from all external influences and feeling in to your own, what's yours, right? And being able to unpack and recognize and see what is yours and what isn't yours. It's also a place where you can set the intention. And well, I'm seeing it as color, right? Where you have discovered that you are holding a blue frequency. And so all of your things are blue. And then when you go out into the world, everybody else has their own hues. And you can tell when you are allowing or an influence externally is coming into your, because things will start to take on a different tone, right? So, say somebody inputs or you pick up someone's yellow. Well, now you're going to have a little green bit that you're like, that's not blue, that's somebody else's. What is this, right? Okay. And then we've got, yes, that was part of your healing process, your becoming of the star. It is a stripping away, it is a reflecting and looking honestly, deeply within and recognizing, owning, healing, damming up, sealing fissures, kintsugi. Kintsugi. I'm almost sure that's what it is. Okay. And also this attending to your spiritual garden, right? To your connection to spirit, to your spirit team, to your intuition. This is all a nurturing process to encourage and support your natural gifts that are all in there that we that have been over time suppressed, denied, and systematically cut out. But we are very much, you can't cut away. It can fracture. Parts of ourselves can fracture, but there are tethers, right? These are the cords that we follow back when we're doing the shadow work, when we're doing the healing work, when we are triggered by something. That's the trip line that someone else or an external thing trips over and triggers the wound, right? And so we follow that back to the core. This is part of the restructuring of self, whole, a bringing back into wholeness. The visual I'm getting is, fractured pieces breaking off of us. And there's a cord, right? And that piece is somewhere in the past when the thing happened, the trauma, the abuse, the moment, or whatever. And so we've got all these cracks and missing pieces, and we've got all these strings flying all over the place. And that's how we go about our day, right? And people are inadvertently clotheslining and trampling and tripping and falling and pulling and all kinds of stuff. And this is how we are interacting. We're all bumping into each other's trip lines. And doing the healing work is literally getting hold of one of those lines, following it all the way back to the core, the source, right? And then getting the gold that you use to fuse it back. And now you have that piece, right? You're one step closer to your wholeness. And once you have become whole, then you can hold liquid sunshine. And this is the analogy of the overflowing cup, right? Okay. There we have the happiness. Okay. The divine union. This is another aspect of the healing journey of the becoming whole. It is the union within of your masculine and feminine self, this beautiful balance between your being and your doing. A lot of the times, we have the shadow version of the masculine or the feminine that takes over to heal, to protect. And so we have to learn how to create a safe space and allow the other to be present in their healed version of self. Did that make sense? So, like, being in a state of survival mode, and um, so for me, I was always trying to make ends meet, right? And so I was fueled by this need to find work. And can this make money? No. Okay, I don't have time for that. Does this make money? No. Okay, I don't have time for that, right? It is this survival mode, action, distorted masculine. And so settling in this divine union within is this healing, and the feminine being like, it's okay, right? We can find work that fuels us, that supports our happiness, not just, what am I trying to say? I ended up taking work that didn't align with me, that if I were to look at now were these, right? And by going through the motions, I felt that all the way through, right? And then, but I got a little bit of money out of the deal. I also ended up not fostering personal relationships that could have led to collaborations and things that would have supported happiness and income, because it wasn't an instant gratification, an instant result, something like that. Okay, so this divine union within has to happen first for it to be reflected back to you from the external. Lots came up there. We'll take it as it is. Okay, this is your dedication, your ability to focus in on yourself and be mindful of what you are choosing, right? Which way you are choosing. This is the process of looking within, feeling within. What happens? How do I feel? What does it feel like when I go this way? What does it feel like when I go that way, right? And then figuring out, this is part of like the learning and the honing, right? And then being like, aha, this is the way that feels the best for me. And now I know what it feels like. Yeah. Your choice, you're choosing love or fear. That's what it ends up coming down to. That's what we end up discovering during this process, it always comes down to love or fear, right? Greed, envy, anxiety, worry, stress, all fear root, right? Joy, happiness, compassion, exploration, creativity, faith, right? These are all love at the core. And so this is why here we always talk about, is it either love or fear? And we're choosing because we have free will. This is why this is something we've got to choose every second of every day with our thoughts, the thoughts that we choose to engage in, the thoughts that we choose to continue to think, right? You can recognize, wait a second, these thoughts that are in my head right now are not serving me. They're actually making me feel weak and disempowered. I don't want to think those things anymore. So I'm going to think about something that actually makes me feel good instead. This is how you support your happiness, right? And I think we're going to, excuse me, get a confirmation sneeze there. Yes, yes, we did. Okay, oh, beautiful. Yes, this is what it looks like when you constantly choose love. Look at these twos back to back here. When you choose love, you set yourself on a pathway towards others who are also choosing love, right? Your external starts to reflect back to your internal. And as you move forward with love for love, love is moving towards you. Okay, look at this world. Okay, this is the world that we want to be in. This is the happiness world. This is the love world. This is the world we choose every time we choose love. And I think it is as simple as that. What world do you want to exist in? What world do you want to thrive in? A world of love or a world of fear? You choose it every day. And now is the potent time because I feel like there's an overlap. And this overlap period, I don't think it is forever. I think everybody can get to the love world, but right now, I don't know, it's like this creation portal. You get to take part in the creation of this love world. And then you hold it. It exists now. And any of those who chose to stay on the fear world, they can still get there, but it's through a different way. And I don't know that way yet. I don't know that way yet. Well, once it is fully realized, once enough of us create this love world, anchor this love world, solidify this love world, then any of those who want to get there have a place to go, right? If we were all not facilitating the creation of this love world, then it wouldn't exist. There you go. That's what's happening right now. That's why the darkness is so heavy and invasive. And it's trying to pull your attention, even with what's going on now, to acknowledge, to engage, to find out, to investigate. You are entertaining, you are putting your attention on the disturbing. This is not happiness. This makes us feel awful. And so there's something in there. Okay. Yes. And then, yeah, the timeline's shifting. Okay. So this is kind of validating that we are creating this love world by focusing on it, by giving it our attention right now. Like literally the planets aligned for the first time in like, I don't even know how many years. I'm going to Google it in the notes. But on February 28th, 2026, all of the planets in the sky aligned. And that is some kind of powerful thing. So, yeah. Okay. So that was a lot in there. That was a lot in there. But I feel like it was all necessary and relevant. This is part of the resilience, right? To have the courage to choose love in the face of fear, in the face of adversity, right? When someone is standing over you or something and they're like, you must fear, and they're trying to hit your ego. If you're not in fear right now, then, every person that was ever hurt in the past, it's all your fault or whatever, right? They will try to use your ego against you, use your compassion against you, use your empathy against you. This is the heavy, right? Abraham Hicks had this analogy which always rung true for me. And they said that, well, I'm paraphrasing because I can't remember. It was a long time ago, but something along the lines of consciousness or love or our freedom or sovereignty, whatever. Let's just say love is this tennis ball, and the fear, the dark forces that are trying to suppress the love is a plank of wood, okay, that is pressing this tennis ball under the surface of the water in the dark, right? In the darkness. And it's pushing the hardest it's ever pushed right now. This tennis ball is deeper than it's ever been before. But the beautiful thing about it is that it just takes the slightest wobble of that board, and that tennis ball is going to, which is full of love, air, right? Is going to, I don't know if you've ever played with the water, a tennis ball or any air ball that you try to push under the surface. It takes a lot of effort, right? But also, as soon as you slip off, as soon as you move or whatever, it flies up. And the further down it is held, the further up it flies up, and the faster it flies up. So this is good news, right? This is what we are doing. We are creating the wobble with our frequency of love. And you're closer to shooting up into the love sphere by how much pressure is being put on everything right now. Okay. Lots of messages coming out today. Okay. So this is why your resilience in the past, your learning of self, this hermiting mode, this honing your ability, you're learning how to discern and to choose love. This is exactly why you have gone through everything that you have gone through up until this moment, so that you can be a sentinel, so that you can be a beacon, so that you can be an anchor for this love, okay? So we've got the 7 and the cups and the 6 of cups, okay? So that's beautiful. This is, I'm getting countdown because we went 7, 6, right? And this is luck overflowing in a cup that overflows in all of the cups. This is what love does, right? This is what happiness does. Happiness is this flow, and when happiness flows into one cup and it overflows into all your cups, you are happy, and so everywhere you go you are happy, right? When your happiness is rooted internally, it's not an external thing that's making you happy that you have to be in proximity to in order to maintain that happiness. This is this internal happiness that you support, that you nurture every day, that you contact every day. And it's beautiful, okay? And then we've got the 6 of Cups, which is drawing in your people, your like-minded. This is sharing of ideas, creativity. Look at the abundance. Sharing a cup of tea, right? It's beautiful. This is also your ability to recognize. And I'm also getting a sense of trusting that those relationships, it'll be like you'll be able to recognize them when you see them, because they will shine in the same way you do. It's just like the color aura thing, right? Where you've recognized yourself as emitting a blue color, and then you can see everybody else's colors, and then you also can recognize when somebody else is blue as well, right? I'm just picking a color off the top of my head. Okay, well, I think it's because we've got this blue staring at me. Okay. Is there anybody else want to come out? Just last time through, guys. Last time through, guys. That was your spirit team getting excited. Wow. Powerful stuff. And I've got 3 rainbows on this card. We've got the sun and the devil. Okay? This is integrated shadow. This is balance. Even in the sun card itself, it's got the shadow and the light. This is that balance. This is the living experience of the world. This is your integrated shadow, right? Also, this acknowledgement of the brighter the light, the well, where there's light, there's shadow in this dimension. I'm getting, because the sun is so powerful, right? It exposes the darkness for what it is. The thing with the darkness is that it uses your fear. It projects itself upon your fear, something like that, right? It's the equivalent of looking into a dark corner. And because you don't know what's in there, your mind, your thoughts start to picture, start to imagine all of the things that could be in there. But when you are working with the light, you are shining light into those shadow areas and seeing that there is nothing there to be scared of. There's nothing to be scared of. So you're exposing the shadows as nothing. And so they have no power. This is part of this is why this shadow integration is important. I'm also getting something along the lines of with the fractured parts of self. When the sun is shining through you, you create these pictures on the wall, like maybe shadowed versions, and by filling in those spaces, no, I think that's too complex of a imagery to try to explain for it to make sense. It was like, trying to explain a dream, and there's just too much involved there. So we'll just settle in with this balance of light and shadow and integration, your ability to turn shadow into light, right? Find the silver lining in the dark cloud. Always look at the bright side of life. Also, the choosing, right? You can find darkness in everything because shadows are everywhere. To create a three-dimensional form, it is the interplay of light and shadow. What you choose to focus in on, that's your free will. So choose happiness, choose the light, choose the love, right? Okay, I want to get a astro card here really quick. We're already, look at all these rainbows. It's so beautiful. This one, alliance, conjunction. And we've got geese flying. 5 geese are flying. Oh, there's more in the background. Look at the colors too. This is that internal sunshine, right? Solar chakra and your creative sacral as well. Okay. Alliance. Anytime two celestial bodies conjunct, meaning they dance close together, they first work together and blend meaning and purpose, then begin a new cycle of their relationship. The sun and the moon conjunct at the new moon, but because the sun is overpoweringly huge, it has special rules. Planets are so tiny compared to the sun that when they are close, within 8 degrees of the sun, they seem to disappear or combust and lose individual power. But when planets exactly conjunct the sun, their strength merges and grows within the heart of the sun. The conjunction tells us that we are stronger than when we work together, as long as we don't disappear into another's flame. Beautiful. The action, co-conspire. Find people and allies who support your ideas. There's support, there's allies. As this is not a situation in which to go it alone, bring in someone with an extra skill to offer to your project. Find the best friend to discuss your concerns with or spark off new partnerships. Watch the energy build as you bounce ideas off another person. Just take care of your own energy fields and ideas in this process. If you have merged your energy with a partner, teacher, or coworker, or are considering merging, notice what strengthens you and where you may need to step back and individuate. Find your own paradigm and technique. It can be lovely to love someone with the sun-like personality, warm, expansive, though at times exhausting, but don't combust. If it's time to align your life with another's, think of the line from the poet Rilke. Love consists of this, that two solitudes protect and border and greet each other. Let this be a yoking of two or more equals, a partnership that works best when each brings gifts and challenges to the table. Your challenge. Be wary of relationships that ask you to shrink yourself to fit them and value the conjunction over individual growth. And the gift, a conjunction can become greater than the sum of the parts. Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, let's get some love messages. That's many. We've got cooperative components, beautiful confirmation. We've got comfort food. Yes, you are still in a period of self-care and treating yourself really good. This is your happiness, right? You can pursue happiness in moderation, right? You are still your own nurturer and parent. And so if ice cream makes you happy, you don't need to eat a tub of it. You can just have some of it, regulate, right? Don't deny, but moderate. Ground yourself. Yes. Check in, tap in, tune in, and connect. It's worth waiting for. Whatever it is you're waiting for, it's worth it. It's worth it. Don't settle for anything less than you deserve. This is how you signal to the universe that you're not going to settle for anything less than you deserve. Okay. Believe in miracles. You don't have to understand why. Or how. You don't have to understand how things can be. Just focus on your happiness. Focus on being happy, feeling happy, seeing yourself happy, and allow the universe and cooperative components to conspire in your favor to make that a reality, to facilitate, to support. And gratitude is a beautiful way of getting there, of being there, of staying there. If you're finding yourself not in happiness, take the gratitude train and get there, right? Start focusing in on the things that you are grateful for and hone in on that. You can do it. You can do it. You got this. You're doing it. You keep choosing love, and you are anchoring the love world. And for that, I am grateful for you, because it takes resilience, and you have mastered the art of resilience. And so this is what you were training for. This is your time now. Yes. Okay. There you have it. This gorgeous reading. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yes. And with that, even the last thing with the resilience of the past being like a training ground, this is why you had to endure the darkness and become the light. Okay. Love and appreciate you. Keep holding the love vibe. Keep choosing and supporting happiness. You got this. You can do it. It's worth it. Love and appreciate you. Oh, yeah. There's that little support system, right? Yes. Yes. Gorgeous. Yes. Okay. There you are. Okay. Love and appreciate you. See you next time. Bye for now.